All right, let's go to the first Martin twin, Caleb Martin. He was undrafted rookie who spent the majority of his time with the Swarm. He averaged 21.3 points, 6 rebounds, and 3.8 assists in 1,000 minutes with Greensboro. He only played 317 minutes with Charlotte. He was more of a spot-up shooter with this Hornets team. He, like his brother, competed on the defensive side of the court. I'd probably say that he's probably the better off-ball defender, maybe compared to Cody. I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up there where Cody's more of the on-ball defender. It might just be the role that they play. In terms of positives, again, we got to take this with a grain of salt because this is such a low volume. But he was 20 of 37 from behind the arc. That's 54%. And all 20 of those were assisted. And actually all 20 of those, he didn't take a single dribble either. So, they used him a lot on that ghost screen where he comes up and sets that ball screen and quickly cuts to the opposite wing, kind of a guard-on-guard screen there. And then on the defensive side, another positive for him, 1.9 steals per 75 possessions and 3.2 deflections per 75 possessions based on B-ball index. In terms of negative, like, again, this is a small sample, so it's kind of hard to see where he is lacking on this side. He really didn't show much offensively outside of the shot. Like he didn't get to the rim, and then when he got there, he was 40% at the rim. So there's not much to say about Caleb because he just really didn't spend much time here. But that's kind of all I got for him in terms of his role and what I saw from him.
Yeah, I think some people that on the national level that do the 50,000-foot view of Charlotte's roster can sort of like mock the fact that he's on the roster, right? They like to oh, look at this sort of, almost like a marketing ploy to have these twins on this NBA team or whatever. But like Cody Martin busted his ass in training camp a season ago. He earned this roster spot. Period. He played hard as hell, and in some minutes this season with Charlotte, he did some things like Richie said. I mean, defensively, his defensive PIPM number over 1 is pretty good. Richie said he shot the 3 ball pretty well this season. He was in the middle of some a couple really close games for the Hornets in the second half too. And if you really wanted to make the case for this guy's an NBA player, and I mean, there's who knows? He's older, obviously, for a rookie, but he was pretty good in Greensboro this season too, man. He really was. Shot 42% out of the pick and roll this season for the Swarm, and on spot up no dribble jumpers this season, Caleb Martin in the G League was in the 95th percentile in terms of efficiency, 74% effective shooting on spot up no dribble jumpers with the Swarm this season. That was on 61 attempts. So look, maybe he has a little bit of a shot. We'll see. The sample is probably a little bit too small. And again, he's older for a rookie. All I'm saying is it's not like this guy is without talent, and it's not like he's just like a gym rat that's there just to dive on the floor for loose balls. Like he can like do some stuff, and it was worth the Hornets, I think, taking a flyer on.
Agreed. Yeah, I don't think that he's chopped liver by any stretch of the imagination. I think that Caleb to me plays a little bit more like in relation to his brother, a little bit more like a just energetic shot out of a cannon spark plug. Mm-hmm. Whereas I think Cody, who has played on the ball, it seems like just watching him play a little bit more in his career. So their styles are different, although their body language and the way they shoot the ball and things like this look similar.
They look exactly the same too, Spencer. I don't know what.
And they're identical twins, so they actually look alike as well. So, so that plays into it. But no, I like Caleb. I really do. Like he is a coach's kind of player, because he's going to go in there and just bust his ass, right? Mm-hmm. I think like for him to stick in the NBA, Richie, you brought up what I was going to say, because when I looked at it the other day, it was like he shot 20 of 37. I understand it's a small sample, but whoa, didn't realize that. So, if he can become a 38+% 3-point shooter and then buoy what he did on defense last year, which was a 2% block rate and almost a 2% steal rate, like that's an NBA player, right? Mm-hmm. So we'll see. I tend to think he probably won't stick in the league, but I agree with Brian. Brian made an important point. This isn't some like marketing ploy to put people in the seats. Nobody's coming to Hornets games to watch the Martin brothers play. so these are two legitimate prospects that the Hornets are trying to get a better look at. So I like them both, and I think Caleb has a chance to stick.
Yeah, that's a good point about in terms of his play style compared to his brothers. He's somebody that is going to be off the ball a little bit more, might have a little bit more of spark if you want instant offense. I want you guys to watch his shooting at the rim. This is just from what I saw. Like if you go to like NBA.com and watch all his attempts at the rim, he left the floor like way too soon in terms of like his driving to the rim. So he was jumping a little bit too far out in my mind. So he was kind of hanging in the air a lot and got blocked a lot at the rim. So maybe that's the reason why he shot 40% at the rim. But
I think Cody, his brother's just a little bit more polished with the ball in his hands. You know, Cody has a little Euro step. He can get in there and compose himself, whereas Caleb is just going to like bring the glass down kind of player. Still. So he's just got to sharpen it up there a little bit.
Do you guys have any other grade besides incomplete for him?
I'll go incomplete. But I think the G League numbers are like I think he was pretty impressive in Greensboro this season. But yeah, as far as Charlotte goes, we'll say incomplete.
Yeah, I would agree. I want to see a little bit more, but definitely liked what I saw.